despite Brian Clements not being there, and hopefully all that adds up to a win this afternoon for Case over a 16-5 Brandeis squad.
Brandeis will take the opening tip. Going to keep an eye on number 12 if you're watching. It's Gabe Moten. He is a transfer from Boston College, played in the ACC, had a nice feed inside there to Yuri Dacey. And Dacey with the first bucket of the afternoon. This is Case. Jimmy Holman started on Friday night, the freshman, with the ball right now, the point guard. Split time with Jordan Dean. And Jimmy has broken into the starting lineup. Julian Person throws the ball away. Here comes Moten the other way. Shot was blocked by Person trailing the play. Julian leads the team with 37 blocks.
David Thompson had 4 blocks on Friday night. Thompson played a very good game in the absence of Brian Clements. Double-double, 12 and 12 for Thompson, plus the 4 blocks. Austin Fowler also had a good game. Ronnie had 14 points on Friday night and 9 rebounds.
Brandeis on the season, averaging 70 points per contest. That's a miss. And getting his own rebound, but missing the putback is Dacey. Here comes Case the other way. This is Austin Fowler with the basketball. He'll spot up from about 18 feet, and Austin is on the board. Brandeis in town today, Ed, without 3 of their players, 3 guys that play significant minutes for them. Ben Bartolus, who's a center, 6'3" center, averaging 10 points. Gabe Moten with a 3. He is not here. He's injured. And then Alex Stoyle, another starter, averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds, and Anthony Trapassa, who comes off the bench. Both of those players out with the flu as Jimmy Holman steps up. Now, Brandeis is traditionally deep. He plays a lot of guys. They like to run the floor, score a lot of points. So maybe that...
They've always had a large roster. Always had an international flair.
This is Dacey working against Thompson. There's Moten. Steps up inside the 3-point line and he drops it in.
And somehow in Brian Meehan's recruiting ability, he always ends up with a former Division I player on his squad as well.
7-4 Brandeis early on here. This is Fowler with a ball fake. Nice feed as Dacey stepped over to pick him up. Thompson missed the bunny. Here comes Moten the other way. Case is getting killed on the boards right now.
Hurt.
Ritos is on the floor. Derek Ritos is on the floor. Ball's kicked out of bounds, and that's going to give Brian Meehan, their head coach, a chance to get Ritos out of the ball game.
He went up for a rebound, Ron, and turned an ankle when he came down. I couldn't tell if he landed awkwardly on the floor or on the foot of another player, but Ritos is going to go to the bench and get that foot looked at.
Jay Freeman has checked into the game for Brandeis. Yuri Dacey pushed inside. He was called for it. So the foul will go against Dacey. And that is his first. Freeman, who's now in the game, a 5'11" senior guard out of Dorchester, Mass. Went to St. Mark's School. Fowler again, top of the key for 3. This one's missed long, and Dacey grabs the rebound.
And we talked about Julian Person playing long. His long arms, long legs makes him a lot, maybe seem bigger than his 6'7" frame. Yuri Dacey's the same way for Brandeis. Dacey comes in at 6'7", 250, but the last couple of rebounds around, he looks like he has quite a wingspan.
This is Freeman. 3-second call on Yuri Dacey.
Yeah, Dacey tried to back David Thompson down underneath the charge circle and got called for the 3-second call.
Fowler working inside, nice turnaround shot, and he reached over, and Austin's going to get called for a foul, trying to grab that ball after the miss. I think maybe a frustration foul there.
Yeah, part of that too, and maybe saw an opportunity where he could knock it off of Connor Arnold and have it go out of bounds off of Arnold and Brandeis and keep control, even without grabbing a rebound.
This is Smith with Fowler on him. Moten with a drive. Julian picks up the defense. Weave out front. Smith will shoot it. Dacey over Thompson. Gets it again. Ball's kicked around. Dacey controls it, and he gets the bucket and the foul. Foul's on Dane McLaughlin. That is his first. Dacey's got 4. He'll look for 5 at the line, where he is a 67% free throw shooter. Checking in for Case off the bench, Tim Chung along with Connor Edel. Julian Person and David Thompson will take a seat. Chung, a 6'2" junior guard out of Cypress, California. Good player for Case off the bench, averaging 9 points. And Connor Edel is starting to see some significant playing time with the injury to Brian Clements.
They saw 8 minutes on Friday night just to spell David Thompson.
It's Connor with a screen, high screen, sets Holman free.
Jimmy got a good look, just couldn't get it to drop.
Here comes Smith the other way for Brandeis. Wouter Vandereng now in the game for Brandeis. It's the big guy setting that high screen for Freeman. Gets the ball back, couldn't handle the pass, it goes out of bounds. Vandereng from the Netherlands. Went to high school, though, at the Union Academy in New Hampshire. 6'9" center.
They might need to get a new scale. They say he weighs in at 245, Ron.
McLaughlin. He's a big, strong kid, this Vandereng. Brandeis always has a few of those, too.
Yes, they do. If Brandeis had a football team, he could definitely
be on it. Smith and Freeman working the ball out front. It's 10-7 Judges. Just about 6.5 minutes gone in this basketball game. 1 of 2 today. The women will follow here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Vandereng on the feed from Freeman.
Collapsed down around Jay Freeman with the drive, and Freeman with kind of the over-the-shoulder feed back to Vandereng, who was cutting down the right side.
Austin Fowler on Friday night received a commemorative game ball, highlighting his 1,000 points in his career here at Case. Austin leads the team, averaging 15 points per game. Jimmy Holman will inbound it for the Spartans. McLaughlin. On Friday night, Ed, it took Dane maybe about 30 minutes to get warmed up.
I would say so. At about the 10-minute mark, he started to find that stroke again, especially baseline, and really helped Case stay even with NYU and then eventually pull away.
He was a big part of, it was a 10-point game, 71-61, but that score is deceiving. If you were here, if you watched it, it was in the balance most of the night.
Well,
Edel with a nice rebound.
It was tied at 41, and then there was a foul and a technical foul called, and NYU hit 5 straight free throws. After that, Case went on a 30-15 run to close out the game.
McLaughlin, red hot, and he stays hot. Dave McLaughlin has 7.
7 straight for the Spartans.
Gabe Moten with 7. He's quick off that dribble, isn't he, Ed?
He is definitely quick, and it's not just his hands, his feet are very quick as well.
Fowler looking for a screen, steps back. Austin Fowler with his second basket. Jordan Dean will check off the bench. Jimmy Holman will get a break. Jordan Dean had a great game on Friday night. How many assists did he end up with? 10, or was it more than that?
10. He had 10 of the team's 17 assists. Career high 10 assists for Jordan Dean coming off the bench. So it's a nice 1-2 combination to have at point guard there for the Spartans.
Dean on Freeman. Chung picks up Freeman, and he got the rebound sitting on his backside. That is the lowest elevation Tim Chung has ever gotten a rebound. Spots up a three, thought about it, took it.
Austin, rebound!
Here comes Smith the other way. This is Moten. Dangerously quick. They doubled down. Vandering missed the dunk. Connor Edel came over to help Jordan Dean, and Vandering was left wide open, and he missed the dunk. Chung draws the foul of the fast break the other way. Connor Arnold will be called for the foul.
Well, that's the kind that just plays in your mind when you have such an open look and can't get it to go down. You begin questioning everything you do, especially down low.
Tim Chung played high school basketball at Los Alamitos High School in Cypress, California. He's here at Case studying accounting. Junior. A lot of the guys with significant time on this Case team, Ed, are young. Person, sophomore. Dean, a sophomore. Chung, a junior. Thompson, a sophomore. McLaughlin, a sophomore. Holman, a freshman. Connor Edel, who's now seeing playing time as a sophomore. Brian Clements
is a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. So it's a young team.
And the only senior is Austin Fowler.
Alex Schmidt from Dublin, Ireland. Now in the game for Brandeis. 6'7", junior forward. He wears 15. This is Dacey with a soft hook. Missed it. McLaughlin with the rebound.
That's a big club they have on the floor now, with Dacey at 6'7" and Schmidt at 6'7".
Chung off the glass. Won't go. Thompson fighting for it. Quickly down the floor. And he traveled with the basketball, he being Alex Schmidt. I anticipated that Tim was going to shoot it off the glass. He did not, and his coach just said, Tim, glass on that one.
Tim had a nice no-look fake and then had a wide-open lane.
Well, he almost faked himself out. He almost hit the wood because he had such a great fake. Game's tied at 14. We're halfway through the opening half. Brandeis 16-5 overall, fighting for that NCAA tournament spot that they like to have. Case 10-11, trying to get to 500.
That's back-to-back turnovers for Schmidt. One on the travel. This time he threw it away, trying to hit Dacey down low.
Case a year ago, Ed, was 10-15, 2-12 in conference play. So a win today already puts them past their win total of a year ago. Legal screen on Jordan Dean. Dean's first personal. Last time these two teams played, Jordan had 17 points. That is a season high for him.
Playing in the red Auerbach Center.
You and I called a game from there about 5-6 years ago. It's where the Celtics used to train. Thompson inside against Dacey. Nice block by David Thompson. Here comes Jordan Dean for Case. Thompson's got 35 blocks on the season. He had 4 on Friday night, Ed?
Had 4 blocks on Friday.
This is Person, nobody picks him up. Julian did a nice job with his eyes that time. As he drove baseline, he looked out like he was going to draw the defense and pass it, but the defense never came.
Yeah, the 4 blocks to go with David Thompson's double-double, 12 and 12. 9 defensive rebounds for Thompson.
Spartans up 2, 16-14. This is Moten and Smith out top with Dacey with a high screen on Jordan Dean. Shot clock's at 4, Moten with a basketball. It's at 2, not going to get it off. They didn't get it off. Good defense that time, nice defensive stand.
And there was a slight mismatch with about 8 seconds to go in that shot clock when Moten had the ball out near the arc, and he was matched up with David Thompson. Probably not the defensive set that Case was looking for following the switch. But Thompson did a nice job of eyeing it up.
Ruben Kanya now in the game for Brandeis as Thompson shoot, and that's Kanya with a rebound. He's the 3rd international player on this Brandeis roster.
Well, you talk about that game we called about 5-6 years ago in Boston, and one of the international players for Brandeis had a dunk near the end of that game run. I think the rim and whole stanchion is still shaking.
Smith continues to run the point for Brandeis. Kanye, as I mentioned, he's from Canada, Ottawa, Ontario. Moten, Person with good perimeter defense. Now he switches to Fowler. Moten steps back, and Gabe's shot is long. Austin Fowler down with a rebound. Julian Person. Now it's Fowler for Case. Spartans on the season averaging 71 points per game. It's exactly how many they had on Friday night against NYU. Last time these two teams played is Austin Fowler draws a front out top, or I mean a foul out front.
That's 2 on Fowler. He had the one on the offensive end going for the rebound where he went up over the top. Gets called for 1 there.
They'll get Austin on the bench along with Jordan Dean. Jimmy Holman checks back in, and Dane McLaughlin is also in. McLaughlin was instant offense for Case as this game started. He had 7 points. Dacey with the miss, Thompson with the rebound. Last time these two teams played. Ready? Brandeis won big in Walton, Mass. That's Moten with a rebound. Kanya with a miss. Thompson goes up with one hand.
One hand, nice rebound. He used his body to keep Dacey away from the ball and used his right hand to bring it in.
Holman with a wild shot, missed it. Thompson fights for it, tried to save it to Jimmy, and the ball is out of bounds off David. In the 77-58 victory by Brandeis earlier in the season, they shot 59% from the field for the game, Ed, but in the second half, they shot 74% from the field in the second half.
It's hard to even compete in a game when your opponent hits 3 out of every 4 shots they take.
It's surprising they only had 77 points.
That's right.
Smith loses Holman. Person gets the loose ball. Person and Thompson on the break. Finds Chung. Swings it. 5:46 left opening half. This game has been at 16-14 for almost 4 minutes. Person.
Now Brandeis had a 12-7 lead, Ron. So Case on an 11-2 run.
Dacey with the basketball for Brandeis. He was active early. He's got 5 points, but they have held him in check since that time. Nice strong move that was missed by Ishmael Kalilu. Here comes Julian Person against Kalilu the other way. Stepping into the passing lane is Ishmael, and Moten brings it back for Brandeis. Offensive foul, player control. It's a charge on Kalilu. This is first. It's always a great challenge for us as broadcasters, Ed, to do the Brandeis games.
That's right.
On the team this year, Yuri Dacey, Wouter Vandereng, Ishmael Kalilu, and good old Alex Schmidt.
Yeah, Alex Schmidt.
That's Chung for 3. Case is up 7.
Chung has 4 in the ball game. 14-2 run for the Spartans.
This is Ishmael Kalilu, and he makes the runner. He's from Windsor, Connecticut. Case trying to win 2 in a row in conference play. Chung spots up for another 3. Jimmy Chung does a great job of running that baseline, Ed, freeing himself, and all he needs is a very tiny window, and he can get that shot off.
Yeah, it's a little stop, and then he spins away from a defender, circles way around, and finds himself open, usually on the wing or at the top of the key.
Six on the shot clock. Shots up.
Great defense by Connor Adele. Stayed vertical, used his body to push Vander Egg out towards the middle of the lane. Put him a little further away from the hoop than he wanted to be.
Julian inside the three-point line. Case is red hot right now. Spartans up 10. 3 minutes left in the half. Gabe Moten, Person, looking for that screen, anticipated and stepped behind it. This is Smith off another high screen. Shot off the glass and good. Colby Smith used the screen very well that time. He's got 2. This is Holman with a screen from Connor Edel. Somehow got that shot off.
Yeah, underneath
Vandereng was ready to send it back to the Netherlands. Moten with the basketball. Spartans up 8. Smith is out there with Kalilu, Moten, Vandereng,
and Freeman.
Freeman with a step back.
Check that, that's Ruben Kanye.
Kanye, yeah. What in the world is Smith doing out there? Julian Person to Dane McLaughlin. He had 7 right off the bat. Spartans up 8. Minute 45 left to play opening half. Case in their home whites. If you've noticed the pink socks, it's the play for K weekend here at Case. Jimmy Holman steps back and Kanye gets the rebound. Julian Person with those long arms starting to give Moten a little trouble. This is Tim Chung with good defense on Kanye. Forces a Errant pass. Moten comes up with it. Plenty of time to shoot. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kanya open in the corner. Rolls out. Here comes Julian Person. Timmy Chung wanted the ball left side. Person still has it. He'll swing it out top to Jimmy Holman, and with about 30 seconds separates shot from game clock now. We're at 18 seconds on the shot clock, at about 48 on the game clock. Nice feed inside. Connor Riedel. Connor had position on Wouter van der Eng, but van der Eng did a nice job of blocking that
Came
shot.
from behind and got his hand on it, but in the process, it went off of Adele's back, then back off van der Eng's hand, and then out of bounds.
Dane McLaughlin to Chung. He throws up a three. It was in and out. That ball went in and came back out.
And Chung with a little frustrated remark as he comes back down the court.
Van der Eng sets a screen, clears up that shot, missed badly. Here comes Julian Person the other way. Person's gonna pull it back. 24 seconds left in the half. Case up 8. Chung's on the floor with McLaughlin. They're two top three-point shooters. Jordan Dean will run it. 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Dean starts the offense. There's the cutter. Thompson traveled with the basketball. Yeah, they called the traveling. Might have called the foul, but he traveled with it before.
Little stutter step. As he was catching the basketball, he's trying to set his feet.
Moten quickly down the floor. Thompson blocks the shot at the buzzer. Great defense by David Thompson that time.